everybody, and welcome back. Just painted another painting episode. I'm still fighting a cold, so that's why my voice is the way it is. So forgive me for that. I'm gonna try my best, but talking for this video is gonna be to a minimum. Hopefully, if I can talk, I'll talk, but I've been losing my voice very easily, so I'm gonna try to do the best that I can. I'm feeling a lot better. It's just I keep on losing my voice and a little cough and a little sneezing and stuff, but that flu kicked my butt. So, but I'm feeling better. So no worries. There was no corona involved or anything like that. So this is the next kit that I'm gonna go with. And the reason why I'm going to do this one is I want to try to ease in on doing different skin tones and, mostly like in different ethnicities. Now this is obviously from the movie Predator, okay? And it's the broshake. This is from GillVert, King of the Models. I did a review on it. You guys can go back and check it out. It is primed and ready to go. There was not a whole lot of cleanup to do, just some seam lines that were very easy to come out, and just a little buffing here and there, and that's it. I did order stuff for the oh, excuse me. Did it freeze? Yeah, just give me 1 second. Let me unfreeze that little screen. Let me pause this real quick. For some reason, it always does that when I start recording. I'm not gonna figure out why is it doing that, but that's okay. We'll continue. All right, so yeah, so this is just a way to ease into doing different ethnicities, and this is Carl Weathers' arm right here. This is Arnold's, okay, and so I wanted to ease into doing different skin tones because I had a couple of requests. How do you do black skin? How do you do like Mediterranean skin, things like that? So I'm in the process of printing out different things and different characters, different ethnicities and stuff, and different types of skin tones for the next few videos. Okay, so bear with me because I was only able to print like half of the stuff that I've been printing, and I can only do it during decent weather. And we had a little spell of good weather, and I started printing my butt off a little bit, and now I got to stop because it got cold again. We just had snow again yesterday, and it's still cool, but the good weather's coming where I'm going to be able to print. I don't get a whole lot of heat up here, and the warmest it gets is just around 60 degrees and stuff like that, which I'm okay with it because I'm not a big fan of too much heat anyway. But for printing, I need it to be around 65 degrees, and I'd start getting decent prints. Once that temperature started dropping, I started getting bad prints, failures and stuff. So I stopped because I don't want to waste money on printing stuff that's not going to work. So I'm in the middle of that, and more things are going to be coming. So. And I also have other kits that we might be able to add into that and doing a little different stuff, so you guys have an idea how to approach different color skins and different things and different tones and things like that, and how to deal with that. All right, so I'm going to be jumping on to doing this one. All right, I'm hoping it'll turn out to be an easy paint up, but always say that, and it ends up being a little bit more difficult than what it should be. But I think this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so there's a ton of detail, a lot of veins, a lot of muscle. So it gives you the opportunity to do a lot of stuff. Now, the way that I want to approach Carl Weathers is a very dark man. All right, he's very dark. And I've been looking at different reference pictures and stuff, and I actually went back and looked at the movie because I wanted to see if sometimes when lighting there's not enough lighting, or depending how the light is being used during the filming, it will give you different types. The skin tone will change. You know what I mean? So I looked at him from the movie side, and then also looked at pictures of just him, like maybe in Rocky and things like that. He's very dark. Now, the way that I'm going to go with him is probably to go with start dark and work our way up with the lighter colors, highlights, midtones, highlights, and that. All right, kind of a little bit different than what I usually do with Caucasian skin. So, all right, but let's just go ahead and just start painting. All right, so I'm all ready to go here. I'm going to be using this airbrush, and for his base color, I'm going to, where is it? I just had it. And what I did here is I started throwing down different skin tones that I have, or different paints from different brands. All right, now you might not be able to see the difference in the colors here, but I'll show you real quick. So this one right here is a dark umber from Pro Acryl. The one here is the reddish one, which is a mahogany. It's got a little red tint to it, and it's still pretty dark. All right. The one here is a new release from them, which is dark flesh, which I am going to probably be using something like that more in the midtones, even in the shadows maybe, or something like that, like a transition. And that's it for Pro Acryl. This one right here, this is black brown from Vallejo. I think that's a little too dark. All right. And the rest of these over here, I have African Shadow, which is the darker one, right there, from Scale Color. The next one would be Indian Shadow, which is the middle one. And then Chestnut, which is one of my favorite colors for doing black skin. Okay? So, and then these right here are from the Nocturna series. Okay? And that's from the Fairy Flesh set. And the color that I have here, that's Nocturna Shadow, which has a greenish brown look to it. Okay? Which is very good for giving you variation in the skin tone. Don't be afraid to be using these colors. All right. The next one up from there is Burned Flesh. Not Burnt Flesh, Burned Flesh. It's that one. It's got like a nice little reddish tone to it. Then here is Base Flesh. Okay. And the last one is Reddish Flesh. All I did was just put paint down to see what colors do I have available and where I want to go with this. I'm not going to be using all of these, obviously. I just wanted to see what I have in my arsenal as far as these colors go, and how I'm going to apply them and use them here. Okay. So deciding what to do. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use the dark umber from Pro Acryl. Okay. And I'm going to lay that color down as my base. So like I said, I'm going to start from dark all the way up to the lighter colors. Okay. And you mix your paint very well. Now these Pro Acryl colors are pretty thin. And I always mix consistency of milk. Watch my previous videos. Let me pause for a second. I gotta I gotta get something to keep my voice. I'll be right back. A little tea with honey always helps. So, all right, dark umber. And a few drops. Now this is a new approach that I'm using, guys. So if I mess up, it is what it is. You know, always try something new, something different. Now for dark skin, one good video that I, like I said, guys, I watch a lot of tutorials, and I learn from a lot of other people. And Brett Gowdy from Ground Affected, I always talk about him. He does a lot of 3D prints and stuff. I'll leave a link down below if I remember for him. He has a really good video on how to do dark skin, and I'll try to link you right to that video. All right, and then there's another one, and I'm trying to remember who it was, but if I remember and I find it, I will. You know what? There's a couple. There's one from GillVert. GillVert just did a kit, and it came out really nice. And I will. He uses a little bit of a different method though. He used oils and stuff. But I mean, if that's something that you guys want to give it a try, you're more than welcome. And I'll link him down too. And then I'll see what the other one that I have, and I'll try to link those all for you guys to see and learn. So that's how I learn, guys. I learn by watching other people, and I use a bunch of different methods. I'm probably going to be using pastels and stuff like that for this too, not just painting. All right, like my usual method. But instead of shading with the pastels, we're probably be doing a little more highlight for Carl Weathers' arm. Okay, for Dylan. All right, so as usual, start spraying. We do light layers, let it dry. Maybe if you need another layer, and we'll keep on going. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let me be back and continue painting. Alright, so let's start adding a little texture and realism. We're going to do the washes. And what I have here is, I'm using a different yellow this time. Phalanx yellow from Citadel. I'm going to put in a little cup and mix some water. I hate these cups. I think I said it every time. Alright, so I'm just going to take, alright, just a little bit. Like so. Okay. Just add some water. Let me get this out of the way and bring this a little closer, because I don't need this right now anyway. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So add a little bit of water. Alright, I'm gonna make a wash. Alright, so you're going to let this dry and then you're going to seal it. Come back and we'll do another color. Alright. Alright, so I got the red ready to go. Okay, right there. Same thing. Spread it generously over. I'm going to seal it and be back. Okay, we'll do the other color. Alright, so let's go with the blue. Tricking a whole nice shade. Okay. And same thing, I'm going to do as we did before. Alright, so let me go seal this and I'll be right back. Okay, I want to do something that I forgot to do before I seal is I want to do a little veining, but I don't want to do like over veining it. Okay, if that makes any sense. Alright, the thing is with this is primer This is the front of the kit, and this is where most of the eye is going to be, drawn to. It's just the front part. So I was thinking about maybe one or two veins on the front, and this guy's like got some veins popping everywhere. And then maybe one or two in the back side, alright? So I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to do a little bit in the hand, because everybody's going to be drawn out to the hand a little bit. Okay, so, but like I don't want to overdo it, because, in the black skin, it doesn't really show a whole lot. And I don't know how much of this stuff is going to show through. Alright, so I'm just going to get straight off the cup. This is already like really diluted. Alright, so I'm using the same blue that I used before for the Dragonhof Nightshade. Alright, so I'm going to do this vein. Alright, I'm just going very lightly over it. Just one time. Okay. Just do that one. And I'll do one in my hand right here. This real big one. It's kind of hard to get in there. A little bit of time then. Alright. And then over here, we'll do this one here. I think that's good enough right there. I don't want to overdo it, guys. Do this one here, a little bit on these side. There we go. Let's check this one over here. Just a little bit more. And don't forget that when we do layers, a lot of this is going to be hidden, like under the skin. So. I think that's good. Alright, so I'm going to seal that and I'll be back in a little bit. Put that down right here. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to move into shading with the pastels. And what I did is I made a mixed. I used, which one was I using? I used the black and I want to give you the right one. I don't want to tell you that. Okay, this one. Sorry about that. It was the burnt sienna extra dark in black. A little bit of black, not a whole lot. Because I wanted to darken it a little bit. Because I felt like it wasn't dark enough. Because I'm shading a dark skin. Okay, so I want to make sure that at least I get a little bit dark. Let's see how that works out. Alright, so I want to just shade the creases, like, over here and small areas around there. So let's see how this works out, this mix. These are Pan's pastels. I just took them out of the cup and mixed them in here. Alright, I'll be back. Let me try to see. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is just going to do a little overspray. Alright, let me turn this around. I don't want to get my cape dirty here. There we go. And the color I'm going to use for the overspray is a dark flesh from broshake. Alright, let's try this one. See if it works. It looks a little dark right now. I'm going to come back and alright, I just wanted to get a little bit of blood flowing on the skin. I think I do like the color. Alright. Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to seal. Let me clean my brush and then we'll be right back. Alright, next thing I want to do is I want to lighten up the, put a little highlights in. I'm going to use this color, which is a iron oxide tint. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight some of the high spots like the veins. I'm just going to use pastels for that. Not too worried because I'm still going to do a little more overspray on this, so if it comes out too bright, that's okay. Alright, you see how that just the red eye, the little higher areas are all raised over here, like the veins and stuff. That's what I did with the red oxide tint, just highlight those a little bit more. All right, those raised areas, and a couple other areas a little bit that I wanted to accentuate. So I'll be back. I'm gonna spray that and see how it comes out. All right, I think it's coming out really good. All right, there's gonna be a lot of back and forth still. Okay. The reason why I'm saying that is because I want to highlight a little bit from the top, from this. Hold on, let me look at my reference picture real quick. There's like a couple of different weird light sources coming in. Seems like the light source is coming in from the back, but I actually want to do it from maybe up here. Okay, back up here on both when I do these. All right, so what I want to do is hit it with a little bit of shadow flesh, just an overspray. All right, and that's going to start, setting up different. You might have to come back and touch up with the original color and things like that, but that's okay. This is what I call a lot of back and forth stuff. You can touch up with some of the pastels and things. So until you get the tone that you want and you're happy with. That's looking good. And if you guys look a little closer, you can see the texture in the skin. Alright. It doesn't look like you just slapped paint on the kit. The skin's got texture. Alright. It's like around the arms right there. That's what the tinting and the little freckling and all that stuff does. It gives your skin texture. Alright. And it doesn't look flat. It doesn't look like you just slapped a color. You went in there, just put a dark color in there, and that's it. It's like dark, and you're not gonna notice anything. Yes, you are. It might be subtle. You might not catch it all on the camera because you don't see what I see. Alright, let me go to this one, see if you can see that. This one doesn't show very well on the little one. Alright. It's not a good camera for close-up shots. It's got a nice color, but not. But here. Let me emphasize here. Alright. Around that area. Here. What a texture that I can see in the camera. Alright. Here. Alright. Those veins are going to need to be lightened up just a little bit more. That's okay. Alright. Let's go around the hand. Alright. You can see some of the shadow. Once we paint the nails, I think it'll bring everything together. Alright. Let's go on this side. Alright, same thing. Look at the texture. There's a little fuzz in there or something that's driving me crazy and I want to get it out. You see it? I can see a little speckle there. Alright. But look at the texture on this. Okay. See the skin, the texture on the skin right there? All along there? Okay, if you're going to really just throw paint and spray paint or brush the paint on, you're not going to get this effect if you don't do texturing. Right, like with the spackling and the, alright, you're just going to get a flat color. Which is, I don't say it's going to look bad, it's just, if this is the effect that you're going for, a little bit more realism. Alright. I don't know if you saw what I did. I just highlighted certain little spots here and there. Alright, just to give it a little bit of blood flow, because I really like this color blending in with the other one, with the beige color. And it's giving it like a little blood flow in the skin, which looks really, really good. Alright. Just gives it a little bit more life. I'm just overspraying just a little bit from far away, toning down certain areas and highlighting other ones with the same color, and just giving the whole kit just a little bit of life. Even though he is very dark skinned, now you can see volume and texture and things, you know what I'm saying? It's not such a plain canvas of just one color, because that's, you know, if you do go dark, you can get that kind of feel on the color, and it doesn't matter if it's of skin or clothing. You know, you don't put texture or, you know, some type of volume and highlight it with different colors and things. It's just gonna look plain. All right. That's like, you know, dark skin is very hard to do for some people, and I can understand that. But look, we just did a few steps. All right, I went with a really, really dark brown with a little mix. The powder, I don't have a very dark brown pastel, so I had to go in with, I had to add a little black in there. And what the black did, when I mixed it, it gives you that really dark brown shading that you want in the little creases and stuff, which it did a very nice job doing that. All right. So I'm really happy where this is going. It just needs a little bit of hint of highlight on some of these veins. You know, just not really, you know. It's got some. This depends where you hit the light. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. I can always go back and do it, you know, because it's only pastel, so I can always glaze it too, you know. So here I'm gonna have to touch up with a little primer again. Sand it down, make it smooth. Because once it came off when I had it with I had some of the overspray in my hand when I was doing this. Right. I'm really happy where he's at right there. I think I'm gonna leave it right here. Alright, so I'm gonna seal this. I'll come back later on and do the nails, okay? But now I'm gonna have to seal it, and I'm done for today. I want to come back. You know, I'm just not feeling just 100%, guys. So I'm gonna keep this one like today here short. Believe it or not, this took me a long time. I kept on going back and forth. You know, I had a little coughing fit, sneezing fit. I was very tired. You know, and I had other things to do in the house. So believe it or not, this took a little bit longer than what I anticipated today, but I'm gonna stop right here today. I'm gonna seal it, stop. Tomorrow when I come back, I'll continue with Arnold's, all right? And then we'll do, when I do his nails, we'll do his. All right, but this is gonna need to be masked and protected. Okay, I'm really happy the way it came out. I like it right there for now. Okay. This is got a nice color going on the whole kit. Alright, let me change the tone here. Let me see if we can see something a little better here. I'll keep on changing the tone. Alright, I'm really happy the way I can see more highlights here than you can see on there. There you go. See it right there? Alright, see the highlights there? Same thing with a little bit of the knuckles. Alright, the hand. The shading. Okay. There's another mood. I don't like that one. That just gives it like a bland color. It looks very bland. There's the original one. This will bring you closer to the true color. A little bit of highlighted. I just brought those up. I brought some of those areas, some of those tones of the muscles in certain areas, not the whole area. Okay, we got some good undershading. Alright. I think it looks really good. Alright, so thank you. Okay, I'll be back later on to do this. Okay? Take care, guys.